everyone, my name is Amber, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my October TBR. I just wanted to disclose before I carry on that I am recording this video in advance of October because I am moving house, which is why I'm still in the same place and there are no cute October Halloween aesthetics behind me because I am about to move and my house is just bare. So where I'm going with this is that my TBR may well change, but I'm going to show you the books that I'm definitely going to get to in October, and then we'll see where I end up in my October wrap up. I've also got a really cool announcement coming up, so stay tuned for that. It will be in this video in just a few minutes. So the first book that I want to mention is Words of Radiance. I'm going to be reading part 2. I realise that I am holding up part 1, but part 2 is in a box somewhere. I'm planning on reading this part 1 in September, and so I'm going to get to part 2 in October and then hopefully read Oathbringer really quickly in time for the 4th book to come out in November. I'm going to finish off listening to and reading Such a Fun Age. I'm about, I don't know, 50 pages in, if that. I was listening to it as an audiobook. It was my running book, but then my headphones broke, but I'm going to get new headphones in October, I think, so I can start running and listening to this again. It was a very good audiobook. I would highly recommend it. So this is adult literary fiction. It's about a black woman who is a nanny for a white child or some white children. She goes to the shopping centre one day and she is accused of stealing those children, and that kicks off a whole media storm, I think, and it's a very good discussion on performative activism, I think, or so I've heard. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one off because I was really enjoying it. I really enjoyed the narration, I really enjoyed the writing style, so this is going to be high priority for October. I'm also going to read Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, and then I'm going to do a full review on it, I think. So this is about a group of people who saved the world when they were teenagers, and now at least one of them is suffering from PTSD and they're asked to save the world again, but they're very hesitant to. I've heard some really good things about this book. I'm not sure many of my close friends have read it, but it has been well received, I think, so I'm looking forward to picking up in October. And then for my announcements, so in October I'm going to be reading 4 books throughout the month. These are all going to be spooky reads and I'm going to be buddy reading them with various friends and then doing a live show at the end of each week. Each buddy read will last 1 week. Anyone is welcome to join us. I'm really looking forward to doing this because I'm looking forward to reading some spooky books in October. I've hopefully created a graphic by now and I can put it up on the screen so you can see what the schedule is. So for the first book we're going to be reading The Luminous Dead, which is sci-fi horror. I think it's about a woman who is on a planet and she starts hearing voices in her head, or at least I think it's an AI in her head who is talking to her, and then she feels like she's being followed through the caves. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. It's going to be so creepy. I apologise for the angle change, my memory card ran out. So where was I? I think I was going to... It's a nice cream truck. Will my videos ever not be chaotic? Maybe when I move. Anyway, as I was saying, for the second book of my October reading horror marathon, it doesn't actually have a name, I just want to read some spooky books. I'm going to be reading The Caro Haunts. So this is about a person called Remy who is a tour guide at a haunted building. She is asked to host 7 guests for a week-long stay at this building called the Caro, and she's really looking forward to it because she's excited to finally see some of the hauntings and see some of the ghostly happenings that are going on there. And then a storm happens and the contact with the outside world is cut off, and I'm going to stop describing it there because I want to be surprised by it, but it sounds incredible. It sounds like something that I would love. I'm really excited to read this one. This author, Darcy, is not one who I've heard of before, but my friend Sam recommended her. Sam said that Darcy Coates is a really good horror author, although they've only read one of her books. But anyway, I think if I love this one, I'm going to check out more of their writing. And then for the 3rd week of October, for this marathon, I'm going to be reading The Cutting Season by Attica Locke. I think this one is more of a crime thriller mystery, but I wanted to get one of those in there. I wanted to do kind of a mix of genres for this sort of challenge. So it says here that the book is based in the American South in the 21st century. A plantation has been owned for generations by a rich family. There's so much history and also a dead body. It says here that the woman who has been managing the plantation house for 4 years comes across a dead body one morning and then goes on to keep uncovering things that she wished she didn't know. So like I said, it's going to be more of a mystery than the other 2 books, and I'm very much looking forward to reading that one. And then for the 4th and final book on the last week of October, I'm going to be reading The Bone Houses. You may remember it from my September TBR, but then Justine said that she'd be looking forward to reading this one, or looking to read this one in October, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So this is about a family who own a graveyard, and sometimes the dead don't stay dead. And my friend Kayla said that there's a bone goat companion, which is basically a skeletal goat who is their animal companion. That is what really sold it for me. I think it sounds really good, really creepy, and I love this cover as well. So I'm looking forward to reading this one in October too. So in October I do want to focus on some thrillers and some horror books as well. I've got a couple of recommendation videos coming up on both horrors and thriller books in case you need some suggestions. I think I'm recommending about 40 or 50 books in total, which is quite ambitious, but those videos will be coming up shortly. But as I was saying, in October I kind of want to leave it clear for any good sounding horror books. So one of the ones I have in mind is called Scream All Night. This is about a boy whose father is a horror movie director, and I think he goes back onto set or something and creepy things start to happen. So that one sounds really good. I also really want to give Kill Creek a go, which I think is about people spending time in a haunted house, and everyone has been hyping it up lately. And if I haven't already, in September, which is my plan, I want to read The Year of the Witching and The Only Good Indians, which came out around the same time in July, and they've both been hyped up as well, and they both sound really good. So I'm going to be reading those. And then other than that, I want to mood read some horror and thriller books. So if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below, particularly horror books, because I'm not really all that tuned into the horror community yet, but that will change, I hope, because I want to read some more horror and thriller books this month and for the rest of the year. So that was my October TBR. Sorry it was kind of vague in some places, but like I said, I want to mood read some horror and thriller books, and also I'm moving house, so who knows what will happen in October. Let me know what you'll be reading in October in the comments below, or let me know if you've read any of these books already and you would recommend them, or also if you would like a full review on any of them, I would be more than happy to do that. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Bye.